Have you ever wondered why your soulmate hasn't appeared yet? Why, despite praying, hoping, and longing, the right person still hasn't come into your life? Maybe you've felt lonely, frustrated, or even abandoned. But what if I told you this waiting is not a mistake? That God is already orchestrating a divine plan, a perfect preparation that will align your heart, your mind, and your spirit with the person who is meant for you. Today, we're diving deep into 4 powerful ways God introduces you to your soulmate. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why every heartbreak, every season of waiting, and every moment of solitude is part of God's master plan for your love life. Before we begin, let me share a secret that many overlook. Most people never meet their soulmate because they are not ready to meet them. Not physically, not emotionally, and certainly not spiritually. God doesn't just bring the people together randomly. Every divine encounter is carefully orchestrated, timed perfectly, and designed to bring the right person into your life when you are truly ready. And sometimes, the person you are waiting for isn't the only one being prepared. You're being transformed into the person they are waiting for as well. This truth is simple, yet life-changing. The first way God introduces you to your soulmate is by preparing your heart. Before you meet the right person, God needs your heart to be aligned with His plan. He wants you to be the kind of person who can love fully, give generously, and embrace a relationship with maturity, patience, and faith. You see, heartbreak, rejection, and even periods of loneliness aren't Apuni's mens. They are divine tools. God uses them to strengthen your character, to teach you self, and to ensure that when your soulmate arrives, you're ready to build a lasting connection. Many people rush into relationships only to face disappointment because they meet someone before they are spiritually or emotionally prepared. Imagine a gardener preparing soil before planting seeds. If the soil is barren, the seed cannot grow. God is preparing the soil of your heart, nurturing, healing, and enriching it, so that when your soulmate comes, love blooms in its purest, most abundant form. And here's something crucial. If you're feeling lonely right now, if the nights are quiet and the heart aches for companionship, know this: God is working silently, but powerfully, behind the scenes. Your waiting is not wasted. It is active preparation, a divine alignment that is invisible but real. Every struggle you face, every relationship that doesn't work out, every disappointment is God's way of molding you into the person your soulmate will fall in love with. Not just physically or emotionally, but spiritually. The second way God introduces you to your soulmate is through divine opportunities. These aren't just coincidences. The people you meet, the places you go, and the experiences you encounter are all part of a spiritual blueprint. When the timing is right, God opens doors that were previously closed. Sometimes, your soulmate comes into your life through the most unexpected channels. A friend, a job, a church event, or even a chance meeting at a cafe. What seems random is actually part of God's intricate plan. Spiritual psychology teaches us that our environment, mindset, and experiences are designed to prepare us for these divine encounters. It is essential to understand that being ready is only part of the process. God also orchestrates the right circumstances. You might meet someone who seems ordinary at first, but the right context, the right conversation, and the right moment reveal their significance. Divine timing ensures that the connection occurs in the way that will honor God's plan, not your impatience. Now, if you're thinking, but I've met so many people already, why hasn't it happened for me? Take heart. God is positioning you in the right places, aligning paths you might never have imagined. Sometimes, your soulmate is closer than you think, waiting for the perfect divine setup. Don't underestimate the power of God's timing. It is far better than anything you could arrange yourself. The third way God introduces you to your soulmate is through the lessons in struggle. Emotional pain, loneliness, and heartbreak are not signs that God has forgotten you. They are deliberate preparation for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. Struggle teaches patience. It teaches resilience. It teaches empathy. When you've faced difficulties and emerged stronger, You are equipped to love and support someone else with a depth that superficial connections cannot reach. Many people rush into love to fill a void, but true divine love requires fullness within yourself first. Psychologically, our experiences of pain shape our ability to relate to others authentically. God uses your struggles to refine your emotional intelligence, your communication skills, and your capacity for trust. Every tear, every moment of doubt, and every heartbreak is a step toward becoming the person your soulmate is meant to meet. Here's a vital insight. The struggles you are enduring now are not permanent. They are temporary instruments in God's hands, and the love that awaits you on the other side of your preparation is eternal. The key is to trust the process and remain faithful, even when it feels uncomfortable or lonely. The fourth and final way God introduces you to your soulmate is through the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Spiritual awareness, intuition, and a sense of divine direction play a critical role in recognizing your soulmate when they appear. Sometimes, God places signs in your heart, nudges in your mind, or moments of clarity that point you toward the person He has prepared for you. These signs are subtle, but when you learn to recognize them, your path toward love becomes unmistakably clear. Spiritual psychology emphasizes mindfulness, prayer, and introspection. By tuning into God's guidance, you cultivate the ability to see beyond surface-level attraction and recognize the deeper, spiritual connection that forms the foundation of true love. And here's something most people miss. Not every connection is your soulmate. God uses smaller relationships, friendships, and encounters to test, refine, and prepare you. Listening to the Holy Spirit allows you to discern the ones that matter most and avoid paths that would derail your destiny. Before we dive deeper, I want you to remember this. The soulmate you are waiting for isn't just a partner. They are a reflection of the growth God has done in your heart. Every season of waiting, every tear, every disappointment has been purposeful. And today, we'll uncover how God's preparation, divine timing, struggles, and guidance converge to bring your true love into your life. God's preparation of your heart goes beyond emotional maturity. It touches every aspect of your being. Spiritual alignment, emotional resilience, and even subconscious patterns of love. Think about it. If you have unresolved fears, insecurities, or unhealed wounds, entering a deep relationship too early can create cycles of hurt. God, in His infinite wisdom, allows solitude, reflection, and even rejection to fine-tune your heart. These experiences teach you boundaries, self-love, and discernment. Psychologically, we often mistake loneliness for failure, but it is in these quiet moments that your inner strength grows. Imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Each strike removes what doesn't belong, shaping a masterpiece. That's exactly what God is doing in your heart. He is removing toxic patterns, refining your emotions, and preparing you for a love that aligns with your soul. If you feel anxious about being alone, know this. God's preparation is unseen, but incredibly powerful. The right person won't just enter your life. They will enter at the right moment, when you are fully ready to love and be loved. As you wait, practice self-reflect on your past relationships and recognize the lessons they offered. Journaling, prayer, and meditation are tools God uses to shape your heart for divine love. Divine opportunities don't always arrive as grand events. Often, they appear as small, seemingly ordinary moments. It could be a casual conversation with a stranger, a friend introducing you to someone, or a new environment that suddenly feels significant. These seemingly random occurrences are part of God's careful orchestration. Spiritually, your energy, intentions, and faith attract these moments. When you cultivate patience, positivity, and a heart open to God's plan, the universe are more accurately God-aligned circumstances to bring your soulmate closer. Psychologically, we see this reflected in the concept of readiness. When you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared, you notice opportunities others might overlook. God uses timing, coincidence, and alignment to ensure that when your paths cross, you recognize the significance. Here's the truth most people miss. If a relationship hasn't started yet, it's not because God is delaying. It's because He is perfecting the timing. Don't ruse. Pay attention to subtle signs, conversations that feel meaningful, people who feel familiar, situations that guide you toward clarity. Now, let's explore struggles. God often uses past pain to prepare us for the future we are meant to have. Heartbreak teaches empathy. Loneliness teaches rejection teaches humility and discernment. Many people avoid pain or try to bypass it, but God intentionally allows it to refine your character. Imagine you are forging a sword. The metal must endure fire to become strong and sharp. The same principle applies to your heart. Every emotional trial strengthens your capacity for love. Here's a powerful insight. Your soulmate will not only complement your life, they will resonate with your growth. The person who walks into your life must appreciate the journey God has taken you on. Without these lessons, the depth of love you can experience would be limited. If you are struggling right now, remember, every tear is shaping your soul. Every moment of loneliness is building patience, resilience, and readiness. Trust that the love God has planned for you is worth the preparation. Practical step. Reflect on your struggles and identify what lessons they have taught you. Write them down. Recognize your growth. The next time you meet someone, you'll recognize the difference between casual attraction and divine connection. The Holy Spirit plays a critical role in guiding your soulmate journey. Intuition, subtle nudges, and spiritual clarity often point toward the right person, but only if your heart is attuned to recognize it. God may place specific desires, red flags, or instincts in your mind. Pay attention. Sometimes a simple feeling, a sense of peace, a confirmation, or even a dream can serve as guidance. Spiritual psychology emphasizes mindfulness. Being present, reflective, and spiritually attuned allows you to interpret these signals correctly. It's also important to distinguish between impatience and divine guidance. Not every attraction or initial connection is the right one. Learning to listen to the Spirit ensures that you do not settle for less than what God has intended for you. If you've ever met someone and felt unsure, pause and reflect. Ask God for clarity. Your soulmate will feel like a confirmation, not confusion. The Spirit guides, directs, and reassures. You just need to tune in. Practical steps to align with God's plan: self-reflection, understand your past, heal your heart, and identify what you truly need in a partner. Prayer and meditation. Connect with God regularly. Ask for wisdom, patience, and clarity. Open yourself to opportunities. Attend events. Try new activities. And embrace divine coincidences. Observe patterns and signs. Notice recurring themes, feelings, or nudges from the Spirit. Embrace solitude. Solitude is preparation. Enjoy your growth journey rather than rushing to fill a void. These steps not only prepare you for a soulmate, but also elevate your personal growth. Your life becomes richer, fuller, and spiritually aligned. Remember, God is not just bringing a person into your life, He is bringing the right person into a ready heart. Timing, growth, and spiritual alignment are all critical. Every moment of waiting is preparation for an encounter that will change your life forever. Think about the times you felt hopeless or wondered if love would ever come. These moments, as painful as they seem, are part of God's narrative. Spiritual psychology teaches us that delayed gratification creates deeper appreciation. By the time your soulmate enters your life, you will have the wisdom, patience, and understanding to truly value this divine connection. Love isn't just chemistry. It's alignment of values, heart, and soul. Your soulmate journey is a reflection of God's divine artistry. Every obstacle, every lesson, and every small moment has been intentionally crafted to lead you to this encounter. So, if you're tempted to settle, to rush, or to give up hope, pause, reflect. Trust God's process. The universe is working behind the scenes, shaping circumstances, hearts, and timing perfectly. The 4 ways God introduces your soulmate: preparing your heart, opening divine opportunities, teaching through struggles, and guiding through the Holy Spirit are all part of a divine, intentional plan. They require patience, awareness, and faith. Before we end, ask yourself, are you actively aligning with God's plan? Are you open to His guidance, reflecting on your growth, and noticing the subtle ways He is preparing you for love? If this message resonated with you, don't just watch and scroll, take action. Like this video to support content that helps others understand God's timing. Subscribe for more spiritual psychology insights that guide your heart. Comment below with your experiences of divine preparation or encounters. Remember, SoulMind Therapy is your space for healing, reflection, and spiritual growth. Trust the timing. Trust the process. And trust God to bring the soulmate He has perfectly prepared for you. Your soulmate isn't late. They are right on time. And God is making sure that when they arrive, both your hearts are ready to meet in divine alignment.